Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of High Top Sports. Oregon, the Ducks, we've been saying it. We're going to continue to say it. I feel like are absolutely cook. I was going to say quacking. They're cooking. They're quacking. The quack attacks are flowing. The quack signal was flapping the last few days, and they're starting to flood in. You even texted me last night. Like, I got a feeling it's just my duck, tinglies are tingling. We should probably get ready to make a video. And sure enough, here we are. Peyton Woodyard, safety, 6'2", 188. Says I'm going to the Ducks. Talk to me, Derek the Ducks, Elmer.
Man, I'm stoked. I mean, when we first brought it up earlier this week when he was, said he was coming to Oregon to take a visit, I was kind of in that little denial state. And I was like, hey, I don't know if it's happening.
You
Like the
played the game.
secondaries.
Yeah.
It's full. I don't want to get my heart broken.
Yeah,
But
you
yeah,
look
man,
devastated, Derek.
Well, yeah, as you can tell, man, Dan got me grinning from ear to ear. That's what he does.
Yeah.
He gets the people going, and I'm no exception. I'm a fanboy just like everybody else.
I love it. Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about Peyton Woodyard, what he brings to your team. This guy is an absolute dog. Like I was just telling you, we'll pull up his film here in just a moment. But tell me what excites you, man.
Yeah, honestly, the one thing that I hear about him, I've heard it in his high school recruitment. You heard it in a little bit of what he was with Alabama during the spring practices and the bull practice and such. But the football IQ is the one thing that really sticks out for this guy. He's we're seeing some huddle highlights, but he is truly in every play. He was an anchor of that St. John Bosco defense, or excuse me, that modern day defense. And as we know, that's one of the most premier high school programs in the entire nation. So that kind of tells you something. And, one other thing we were just talking about is, this is an Nick Saban kid. He went to Alabama to play under Nick Saban. Obviously, Saban ended up pulling out and Kalen DeBoer went down there. No one wants to play for Kalen DeBoer. So, obviously he knew that he would go to the superior coach, head up to play for Dan Lanning in Eugene. So yeah, this man's got an incredible future. Just because this room is so stacked right now, I don't think he's going to start necessarily, as they've addressed the transfer portal with a lot of kids with experience, especially in the secondary. But man, you want to talk about some depth and quality pieces that you have in that bench position, or when you're running your rotation. So this is a massive piece. It's going to be a massive piece for years to come. Peyton's going to be a staple in this defense eventually once he gets his turn. But man, I'm pretty stoked, as you can tell.
Yeah, the cockiness definitely isn't showing through at all. Take a look. I'm gonna keep his film of Wyatt chit chat here for just a moment, but love his ability on open tackling. The guy is an absolute beast, blitzing in. He's tackling big dudes too. Like he's not just taking down little run backs. These guys look like fullbacks. Some of these kids that he's taking down is not afraid to hit somebody. Which sometimes you get these kids coming out of high school. They've got the skill, they've got the talent, like the size, maybe a little bit of the speed, maybe just the want to knock somebody out. Peyton Woodyard has all of those things, and like we just said, coming from Alabama. Clearly was going to Alabama for, we all know why, to play for the best, to play for the GOAT. And I was even just talking too about the secondary that just came into the NFL draft from Saban. There was that last little bit of that Saban era-esque defense. So Peyton Woodyard obviously wanted to move on because we know exactly why he was going there. And I've been noticing a trend here with some of these kids going into the portal, some that are leaving, right? They maybe went to another school early on, but the guys that you picked up, let's talk about quarterbacks, right? With Dante Moore, obviously, and Gabriel, and now Peyton Woodyard. Both of these guys, obviously, are both coming to Oregon knowing they're not going to start. They're not going to be the guy. When both quarterbacks could go anywhere else in the country and arguably be the guy, be starting right away. But it's like, look, I don't want that. What I want is to come play for a national championship, contend at a high level, but earn my spot, play for my spot. Do I think we'll see Peyton Woodyard? I think we could, but only because maybe you guys are just crushing somebody, but because of how much depth is there. But I think he's also that good where he could find some time on the playing field in a good way as well. So great pickup here. What I hate about this really quick, let me just kind of rant 247, which frustrates me. High school recruit, he's rated 0.9476. As a transfer, he's 0.89. What happened in 3 months? It's like a used car. Like I've talked about it time and time again. It's like how does this guy lose so much value in 3 months? Like it's like makes zero sense to me. But that's the only thing that frustrates me. I'll have this pulled up for you here in just a minute. You guys now sit fourth overall for 2024 with 41 commits at a 91.63.
Yeah, if you were going to tell us a couple of years ago that these were going to be the recruiting classes that, Dan Lanning is going to start to stack up when he first, signed on to be an Oregon coach, we'd all be through the roof. And this is, considering I saw, depending on what site we're using, that one of these sites isn't even counting Peyton Woodyard as a, a 24 kid. He's counting them into the portal ranking. So that's even a little bit more skewed depending on where we're getting this from.
He is. No.
But
So that's overall. I can't. It's not recruiting.
oh, okay, sure.
Yeah. That's overall. That's not the recruiting class, which is very unfortunate. Florida fan, we got 3 guys. We got Deontay Robinson, Jameer Grimsley, and we just landed the #1 offensive lineman from USC. They're all considered as portal guys, which, I mean, I guess they are, but you got to think like, look, that's where the recruiting game is a lot different, where before you may turn off on a guy, you may go away. You're going to see these guys get recruited all the way up until the end, even more so because look at this. Within 30 days, 60 days of signing, they can leave just like that. And sure, the value of the star goes down, but Dan knows what he's getting. He's not going for, you know what I mean? It's just, at the end of the day, the stars have a factor, but they're not everything. So it annoys me because I think it's taken away for what we do look at. Like, it doesn't matter, but still, it's on paper. We like to flaunt out what's going on. So good stuff there,
to your point there, I'm like, what is he supposed to do? In winter practices, just come in there, light up this Alabama roster that we know is clearly not talented at all. But just the Nick Saban roster that he's put together for years on, and come in here and just light it up. And then it makes no sense to me. We know what quality of player we're getting. Nick Saban, he's got a pedigree that he likes to, bring into his program. And if Peyton Woodyard even remotely fits the mold of the safeties that he's had over the previous years, yeah, we're in for some good stuff as Ducks fans. So whatever. I'll take the 89 all day. Hell yeah.
I love it. So look, I mean, we talked on Tuesday when you got to 2 days ago on Friday, or was it yesterday? I don't even know anymore. It feels like you guys are landing one every single day. Was it yesterday? 2 days ago. 2 days ago. Thursday.
2 days
Thursday
ago,
night.
Friday.
Oh, it's Sunday, isn't it? I keep thinking it's Saturday.
It is Sunday. Oh, man.
That's my bad.
That's my bad. Mess this morning.
So you expected some guys to commit this weekend, big visit weekend. There's one more we got on the list still. How we feeling? Who was it? And how we feeling on that one still?
Yeah, that's De'Air Hill. He announced his commitment date of next Friday, the 10th. So I think the Ducks are sitting in great spot there too. They've really risen up on his, on his board as of recently. The RPMs are flowing in favor of Oregon. Now that they got the Fong bomb, hanging out there, that's a little more validated. But I'm
you got
excited.
Fong bomb for Hill, and you're over here just playing it cool as a cucumber.
Fong's not perfect, 98%.
It's a Fong bomb. It's a Fong bomb for a reason, Derek. Okay, you can't go cocky quacking here one hand, and the next hand you want to play humble hair. It ain't gonna work.
On their toes. But yeah, I have a feeling we're gonna be shooting another one of these videos in the next coming days. So I'm pretty fired up. Can't wait. Might as well get on this shit full time. So I'm ready to roll.
Because I want to say humble, but we'll be shooting a video here in just a couple days. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, turn the bell on, because we'll be there. But in all reality, we're on the way to 1,000 subs. We're about to break 500 here. We appreciate all the Duck and Quack support that it's flowing through. It's been fun to watch and be a part of as a Gator fan as much as I can be. But I'm happy for Derek the Duck. So at least you guys are on the other side. I don't have to hear about it too much. But good stuff, boys and girls. Congrats on the Peyton Woodyard. Landing him, and looks like he might have some more coming through. And again, it was a big weekend. Could we see some more come from this weekend? I'd imagine that we would. So, like I said, smash the like button, subscribe, turn the bell on in case it does happen. You don't want to miss it. Till next time, I'm Shelton, and that's Derek the Duck. See you, boys.